Okay.
Give up on my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Give up on my way home, yeah. Give up on my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, but you still amaze me. Give up on my way home, yeah.
This is the moves for those who.
What we do here is go back.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
To see what's behind these closed doors, but I promise you, baby, I'll always be yours.
going on, guys? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. And tonight we're going to be talking about GBWC World Finals. This happened just this past weekend, and wow, were there some great, amazing builds. We're going to be talking about a few of the top ones, and we're going to be going through those. I'm going to be showing you some whip pictures, what I think of them. We're going to be explaining some of the judging and all that stuff too, because I know a lot of people are still a bit on the judging and how that happens. We'll explain that to you because I'm very familiar with it. And we're just going to talk. I don't think we're going to be working tonight, so it's going to be different. We might end early, so FYI, keep that in mind. Let's talk about GBWC. A lot of people, watched that on a live stream. We were all chatting, and it was a good time. We were having fun. It was just good. It was good. It felt good, to see everybody watching and rooting for all of the contestants and everything. And yes, tonight is a Reaper's night. Not many nights like that. But tonight is that night. So, without any further ado, we're going to take a look at some things here. Let me get into screen share. Now I know it's black. Don't worry. We're gonna show you some things. Hang tight. Wait right there. Don't go anywhere. Boom. There we go. All right. So, without any further ado, this is your 2018 GBWC World Champion. This is just a mind-altering, mind-blowing piece here by Yusuke Sato from Japan. And wow, you guys, I didn't, if you watched the live streams before, I didn't pick this to win. I'll be honest. I did not. I thought that it was maybe a tad too technical for what GBWC is nowadays. And I didn't think that it really stood a chance just because of that fact, unfortunately. So, but mind you, I am very pleased that it won. I mean, this thing is just wild. That's the same picture. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yusuke does not have a ton of photos, but here's a great shot, and you can see that carbon fiber texture paint work applied to this Exia. And man, it's really, really good. And for those of you thinking that, number one, that this is a, like a decal or something. Man, it's not. It's not. That is painted. That is painted work there, you guys. Let's go over here. Let's see. If we go on to the normal... No, that's not where we want to be. There we go. This is what we want to look at. We want to look at Japan. Hopefully, we got a little bit better pictures. Come on, Bandai. You are killing me. Nope. Well, you guys, let's see if this is any... This isn't even clickable. You are killing me. Bandai Hobby. Jesus. So, okay. Let's see if we can maybe zoom in. There we go. That's a little bit better, yeah? There we are. So, man, it just... where do I even begin with this thing? excuse me. Just wow, the work on just, I mean, look at the knees. Just this blown out section right in here. Really, really nice. Really nice. All of the heat sink kind of grill work. Wire, look at the little wiring and everything. And this piece right here, this kind of, I don't know, what is that? Like scaffolding build frame or something like that, right? This is, wow, this is just crazy. I mean, this probably piece of plastic here is probably very, very fine. Maybe, I don't know, 0.5 millimeter maybe, who knows. But just the level of detail. I mean, you can see the scoring right here in this disc, sort of right here. Oh, cool, Kenneth Sim, thank you, man. Let's see, check out Twitter. Let's do that. Let's check out Twitter, shall we? Boom. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Here's the outside. That's impressive. I mean, this is just the bay, you know, the bay that it's in, the lighting and everything. Oh, man, it's super, super nice. You've got the celestial being logo here on the back. You've got the kind of rock, earth, and kind of terrain here. All of the panels and windows and everything. Man, it's just so nice. Look at that. Look at that. Just, I mean, the armor separation. Look at all the crazy, crazy details in here. I mean, even just kind of this work right in here on the cheek armor is just absolutely gorgeous. 100%. The back end of the bay, it's basically mirrored, so it looks like it just goes on forever. And man, it is so good. It's so good. The other thing that I really like is this kind of platform right here with the pilot. I forget the dude's name. I don't really care, honestly. But, you know, it's just kind of off to the side, like it mimics zero gravity. And I'm telling you, man, it's just awesome. It's just an awesome, awesome build. And, man, just, I mean, the paintwork is just, I mean, what can you say about it? This is all this carbon fiber is painted. And he's got different sets in the, thank you, Bailey. He's got different finishes too. The carbon is gloss, while the other armor is kind of matted. You know, different shades of gray, desaturated blues, and things of that nature. Just, what, I mean, wow. And that's just an amazing shot right there. I mean, look at that. I mean, that shot right there, that looks like something that you would see from a movie, hell, and the anime. I mean, even just kind of like a piece of concept work from, you know, like a concept artist. That's what this looks like. The lighting is just impeccably superb. I mean, and even beyond, you know, the Exia. I mean, look at the detail work on the bay itself. I mean, all of this work. Just wow. I mean, you've got, you know, little scaffolding reinforcement look here. You've got what looks like, you know, hydraulics for maybe the door or something like that. Maybe, I think, from what it looks like, you know, this door may close or something. I mean, who knows? But man, I wish I could have seen this in person, you guys, because this is just impressive work. Really is. Very, very impressive work. Incredible. Incredible. Wow. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. So, like I said, when I did my predictions, you know, what was it, Friday, Wednesday, something like that of last week, I did not have Japan in my top 3. Did not, honestly. What is that? Mr. Adam Gundam. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, Scuffle. That is that carbon fiber is painted, dude. With like a mesh or something like that. Common technique, but man, he makes it look amazing, right? But yeah, no, I did not have Japan in my top 3, just because I personally did not think that it was creative enough for the judges. I just didn't think so. With you know, the past several years being very creative, being very artistic in nature, I didn't think that really had a chance. But man, I'm kind of happy that it did win. You know, it shows what a person can do with a technical build, man. Wow. But yeah, no, it was not a hydro dip. That was painted. There are, Yusuke has posted pictures and stuff like that, and it may even be on his Twitter, and we'll take a look here in a moment. But he's actually posted pictures of his painting process. Let me see if I can find it here. Hang tight on his Twitter, just to see. Bear with me for just a second here, because, wow, he's got a lot of pictures. He does have a lot of pictures on here. We can take a look at some more of these pictures too, because they're pretty damned impressive. I am telling you guys. Let's see. Man. Oh, he's got other shots of the base, of the surrounding areas and stuff. Wow. God, he's got a ton of pictures. Holy moly. Ooh. Okay, hold on, you guys. I gotta show you this. This is insane. All right. Boom. Look at this. What? Oh, I clicked out of it. Don't do that. This is the arm cage. Look at that insane amount of detail. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's break this down for a second here. Okay, so this etching here, that looks like a zip tie, which is a common thing. I've seen people use zip ties to get this look many times over. So I think that's probably a zip tie. Great use of a zip tie, though. And for those of you wondering, this is a 1/60th scale. This is a perfect grade. But man, look at the inside right here on this arm. Holy shit. I mean, that's just crazy talk right here. And, oh man, it's just beautiful. I mean, look at the little etching details, you know, the venting, kind of this here. Man, oh man. And yeah, Sorvon, it is a good up close to that carbon fiber look. I mean, geez, look at that. Wow. I'm telling you what, guys, this is the more and more I pine over this entry, just the more impressed I am of it. It's just wild. It's just absolutely wild. And then I think the second shot, let's see, where's the, oh, look at this. Okay, so this is bare material. And yep, that oh, is that 3D printed? Or is that something else? That's that, I thought that was a zip tie right there. Man, that's something else. I don't know what that is. It might be a clear zip tie. I've never seen a clear zip tie. Wow. Just the insane amount of work on this thing, you guys. Okay, so that little cross detail right there, that's photo etch. And obviously the meshing here is also photo etch, obviously. You got brass rod and thin diameters and stuff like that. And man, look at that. It looks like he used like watch parts, like a little clockwork watch parts in there. Oh man. Telling you guys, that's just it's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. Let's see if we can find some more of this thing, because I so want to see more of this piece. There's another shot. That I think this is from the Japanese finals. And look at this. He's got different. I'll move my cursor out of the way here in a second to get rid of this. But man, he's got this netting here with other armor down there. The shields and stuff. Man, oh man. Wow. Let's see what else we can find here. Got some pictures of other people's works and stuff like that. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. I hate it. Okay. I hate it when people do this. Shunagi, dude, you're killing me, brother. Shunagi, for those of you who don't know, he was a past world champion as well. He did that amazingly detailed 100 new Gundam, and the thing is just a work of beauty, a work of art. So, but he's killing it with that collage post. Let's keep going here. What do we... Come on. Yusuke, show me some in-progress pics, dude. Oh, look at this. Hold up. Hold the farm. I said it was a Grim Reaper's night, but I didn't know it was like this. It's not bad. That's not bad. It's decent, you know. I'm not feeling the pink work on this all that much, and he used a Zeta rather than a Zeta Plus, so that kind of kills it for me. It's not traditional, but I totally respect it. It looks really good. Looks really good. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. Come on, catch up. There we go. Wow. Huh. Now we're getting into some other, I guess, in-progress work that he might be doing. Interesting stuff, but I want to see the Exia. That's a nice shot. That's really nice. I like that. I like that. Bread clips. Just goes to show you. Don't throw away your bread clips, just like somebody said in the chat earlier. I forget who. Oh, come on. Ah. Ooh. Whoa. No way. Look at... Okay, hold on. You guys know that I'm a paint fiend, but look at this. Wow. Holy shit, you guys. That is OG Mr. Color. Look at that. That is old. That is great, though. That's awesome. Sorry, I had to reminisce a little bit. That is awesome. Looks like pictures of other people's work, retweets, stuff like that. Come on. Oh, hold up. Here we go. Look at this. Wow. Cardboard mock-ups of the final product. Look at that. That's interesting. I dig that. Huh. And look, he printed out what each size should be. Wow, look at that. That's wild, you guys. Well, look at this mock-up. This is crazy. That's nuts. All right, now we're getting... Oh, you guys. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that carbon fiber look. That is impeccable. I don't think I've seen this type of paint work, you know, to this level on a model. Wow. Insane. And yeah, I mean, you can even down here you can kind of tell the little weaving and the cells of the mesh that he put over this thing to paint it. Wow. That is just crazy. Now, I do notice this and this here, which I don't fully understand. I don't understand what this scribing here in the middle is. Some of these other ones obviously are you know, expected, but I'm just not sure what this is. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But man, pretty incredible stuff, you guys. A lot of retweets, looks like, from when he won Japan. Just other people's works and stuff. And we'll move on to second and third place here in a minute. But I wanted to give you guys kind of a taste of each one, and really just kind of my thoughts here on each one. Now, this weekend we're going to be doing Gumpa Talk, and we're going to, all of us are going to be giving our impressions of the GBWC winners and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of do my own a little bit, and just kind of go a little bit more in depth, because I know we're not going to have a ton of time come Saturday. But yeah, we'll move on to second place, shall we? So let's see. Second place. Let's zoom back out. Whoa. Let's see. Second place, right here. This is a really interesting one. Excuse me. This is called Everything Starts with a Prototype. This is by James Mark Arquinsat. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook from the Philippines. Good guy. And he did some really, really incredible incredible work with this thing. I actually had this in the top 3, if you guys remember correctly. This is, I think, somewhat of a whimsical style piece. The amount of work that he put into this is really impressive. You've got the you've got the main mech with the crazy robotic arms that he engineered. You've got this little kind of, I think that's a bear guy head that he turned into like a little assistant mech or something. And then you've got the girl model here who obviously is the engineer. But this is just crazy stuff. So let's go over here, and here is James's album, his whip album for this particular build. It's just insane. People asking what scale. Let's see. I don't know if it's listed here. I think it's either 1/60th. I think it might be 1/60th, or it might be 1/48. Let's see. Can we tell from this? That looks like a perfect grade. So that's probably 1/60th scale. Yeah. So that's that's got to be 1/60th scale. But basically what he did is he took the head of a super deformed Blue Destiny, and he cut it, obviously, and cut it down to size, trimmed it, reformed everything, reworked a bunch of the proportions and things to fit on the perfect grade head. And you can kind of see here in a minute the things that he cut off the sides of the inner frame head. And so he had, look at this, he had this huge gap to overcome. And there it is, mocked up. Just crazy stuff. And there he is, filling the gap in the head. And this is, for those of you that don't know, this looks like polyester putty. Wow, reforming the chest details and stuff, reforming the face and the sides. That's a lot of work, you guys. That is a ton of work. Look at this, custom built shocks and springs. Just nuts, man. And I love it when modelers take parts from other styles of kits. Like these are probably from like a military or like a tank style kit, and I think probably some of these other pieces are probably from military models as well, and they just use the little greeblies and stuff like that. I love that when people do that. This is definitely from a military kind of tank model. There you can see the Revell logo right on the inside, so that's definitely a military model. Wow, just crazy. TK Mech Works, for those of you guys that want to follow James. Oh, and he did the magnet thing. Awesome. Jeez. Yeah, look at this. Oh man, I love this work right here, how he changed up the kind of the shoulder details and stuff like that, and just super nice proportions, or re-proportions I should say. Oy oy oy. Look at this, and he filled in the gaps, and he beveled that with epoxy putty and all that stuff. Okay, and this is where the engineering really comes into play, you guys. This is just amazing stuff. He drew out basically plans, full plans for the robotic arms, right? And here you can see him using an EX model for parts and stuff. And then he mocked them up in just styrene plastic, right? Look at this. He used 2 of those EX models. Holy moly, look at this. Oh, I just absolutely love this detail work in here. It's so subtle and so nice. That's impressive. And these right here, these are unquestionably, you know, military pieces, probably from a tank or something of that sort. And you know, and again here, you know, you've got exhaust vents, different, you know, little panels and things like that. I just love the use of those parts to bring out mechanical detail in a piece. That just is so nice to me. Well, I guess we all can't have good taste in music. But we won't hold that against you, James. But the look of it, look at this. That is cool. Really, really cool. The backpack. Super nice. Opens up. So nice. Alright, mute that. Sorry, James. But look at this. He scratch built like a briefcase thing, like almost like a Pelican case. Come on now. Wow. Okay, so this is where it gets really wild. So he mocked the arms up in styrene. He got his final dimensions and shapes and everything, and then it looks like he might have laser cut them out in acrylic, because that's what it looks like here to me. That's what I'm guessing anyway. I can't be 100% sure on that. But man, look at just, holy shit, you guys. That's just so damned cool. Wow. That is so damn precise. That is just crazy talk. Wow. See, and here's basically the full mock-up of that backpack unit with the arms. And he scratch built both of those arms and cut those out of what, like I said, what looks like acrylic. And he just stacked, you know, the pieces and all of that. Just insane amounts of detail and work that went into this thing. I was supremely impressed when I saw this the first time, you know, several weeks. This was back in October. I saw this several weeks before, you know, GBWC. I think I might have seen it just a little bit later than when he posted. I mean, look at the size of these arms. These are all just, you know, cut out, mocked up, laser cut. It's beautiful. I mean, there's no other way to describe engineering. And he did like leg, I guess, I don't even know what you call these, like leg frames and stuff. It's pretty cool. And here you can see him stacking the acrylic sheets and bonding those with some acrylic, you know, glue. Man, oh man. Oh, Okay, so what I thought was like a bear guy head. No, that's a Gushion. That's a Gushion lower leg. Look at that. With, you know, little bits and bobs tacked on to make a funky little robot. Man. Scaffolding and everything. Super nice. Chain work with all of the railing and all of that. Man. I do love James' build. The meshing and everything. Really, really nice. Really great stuff. Man, LEDs. Just, you know, like, holy crap, you guys. I mean, this is a ton of work. This is a ton of work to make it look really good. Primed up. Looks like first, looks like this might have been first prime, first pass. Inner framework. Here's the painting and everything. Man, nice. Really nice. And you can see how that acrylic painted up really, really well. I was kind of shocked by that because, you know, acrylic doesn't, from my experience, paint very well. But I guess he scuffed it up enough to get the paint to adhere properly. Great metallic looks. Really well done. Man. Even though this is kind of whimsical in its, I guess, composition, I just totally dig the amount of work that James put into this. The engineering and the design and the thought process and everything, the mechanics, the details, all of that stuff that went into this thing. And there's that little funky robot. I mean, I want one of these, you know, just that. I want one of these little funky robots. That's super, super cool. Man, the crane work. Look at this. This is crazy. And he used he used a Bandai action base arm. That's what that is in there. Because you can see the connector for, you know, where it connects to the models. Jeez. Really great work. Really, really great work. And I love the fact that he used like a Pelican case here. Because you guys know me with Pelicans. You know, if you're traveling, you got to take it seriously. Man. Nice. And then I think we're back to the beginning. So that is, man, that's James' model and what he put into this thing. Just crazy stuff, guys. The amount of work, the amount of detail that went into this is just really wild. It's just really, really wild. Very, very nice. All right, so third place, which honestly I had as the winner, was our good friend Win, the paint pusher. So I think we've all probably seen the photos. And if you guys haven't seen Pickle Rick 1:1 scale, please go check that out on Win's page. That's super hilarious. He told me about this, God, probably a month or so ago, and I thought it was just a stupid, funny idea. But holy shit, he did it. And he pulled it off. So, good job, Win, on the Pickle Rick. All right, so let's go back to the albums here. And let's get into, where is it here? Here it is. We Are Gundam. Now, you guys, this is a pretty insane piece. I mean, just take it all in. I mean, because this is wild stuff. I mean, this is art. This is absolute art. Like I said, I had Win. I predicted that this was going to win. I thought that Win would be hands down 2-time GBWC World Champion. But he placed 3rd, which is still extremely respectable. And he also won a special award from the creator of Gundam Build Fighters, which he was just ecstatic about. And you could see that when he accepted that. He said to me after that, he said he thought he was going to cry on stage, and it totally looked like it, like he might have, because he was just taken back by the award and the specialness of it. So I honestly, I couldn't be happier for him. He's got a whole set now of world trophies. I mean, who else in the world can say that you've been 1, 2, and 3 in the world championships? I don't think there's a single other person in the world that can say that. So he has a very, very unique perspective on GBWC and obviously the trophies too. So let's go through this real quick, and we'll get some details on this. So here's the bottom. I mean, basically what this is that it's the idea of Gundam coming out of these 2 modelers' heads, and obviously Ramba Rao and his wife, and then you got a little kid back there being a camphor, in true Win fashion. And these ideas obviously are sprouting from their heads, and man, just the ground is littered with model boxes, and there's paint and a photo booth, and shelves over here. There's a DTOF shelving unit from IKEA that we all know and love. There's basically trash and open boxes and just gear and stuff everywhere. I mean, come on. This is just stupid good. And then, obviously these ideas that are sprouting from their heads manifest themselves into, these 2 titans basically battling each other. This highly customized Zaku Sazabi amalgamation and this wonderful new Gundam Sinanju Stein freedom thing. What can you say? Realistically, what can you say beyond what is just on screen? I mean, it's just crazy. I had the privilege of Win messaging me throughout this build, asking me, my thoughts on it and stuff like that, and I would, kind of tell him what I thought of it, and he showed me, progress pics of the painted chrome on the Zaku Sazabi deal, and it's just it's superb. This whole piece is just, in my eyes, superb. Like I told him, I said, no matter what happens, man, you're a champion in my eyes. And this is definitely world-class championship material right here, folks. Just, I mean, holy shit. Just holy shit. It's super tall, 49.3 centimeters. So it's just under the 50 centimeter mark for capacity, 44.6 wide, again, a little under the capacity of 50 by 50. but you can see a better detail of the work table and how these two modelers are working. You can see the little individual scratch-built paints. And you've got, I think some of these are Vallejo. I know some of these are SMS, which was a really cool shout out. Actually, the SMS is over here, which was a really cool shout out to our good friend Scott Taylor, owner of SMS Paints down there in Australia. Just a wonderful guy, wonderful company, great line of paints as well. So I love the fact that Win was nice enough to include Scotty's brand in that. He's got little Mr. Color jars down here, you know, spray cans, dropper bottles, things of that nature. You've got tools and cutting mats. You've got, you know, like Mr. Hobby glues and stuff here on the workbench. Lights made out of thruster cones. I mean, come on. You've got a nice computer light booth over here with a camera. Like I said, that DTOF. You've got the backlog shelf that we're all familiar with because we all have that, right? This is just everything about the hobby encompassed in one special piece. And it's just, it's special. It's special in a very, very good way. I mean, he printed the little boxes and everything. These little models are evidently from the scale ship series, like the 1/500, 1/400, whatever the scale is for the model battleships and stuff like that. These are what these came out of there. And he's got them all scattered all over this scene here. He's even got a little Haro over there. Look at that. The camera with the scene on, you know, the picture being taken right there on the screen. I mean, that level of attention to detail for me is just, it's just wild. And what's really great is you've got, here is the new Gundam, Sinanju Freedom thing that is the main part of, one of the main parts of this entire piece. You've got the scale representation of that model right here on the desk, which is just super cool. And it looks like she's working on maybe a leg for that, you know, Zaku Sazabi. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. Or maybe that's it. I don't know. Hard to tell. Need to get in here with like a microscope almost and take a look at all the details. Because every single time you look at this thing, every single time, you see new things. I mean, look in the case here. I mean, you got a little gun cannon. And you've got a little, what is it? Gun tank, sorry. And then you've got the gun cannon down here. And he scratch built this. I think this is just clear plastic. And then he actually painted the edges this kind of turquoise color to mimic the look of glass. I mean, come on, man. And forgive me, guys, on Facebook. I cannot see the chat right as we are now sharing the screen like this. So if you're on Facebook, I'm sorry. We'll get to you here in just a little bit. But I can see, obviously, Twitch, and I can see YouTube as well. Even though I can't, you know, really interact that much. So, sorry, Facebook. But, man. Just incredible work. All the boxes and everything. And the one question I had for Win, I was just like, when he showed me this piece before, you know, before he released it, I was just like, where's the support for these two big-ass mechs? Right here. Right encased within this, basically this pile of boxes here on the shelf. There's a metal rod connecting everything right in here that you would never in a million years know it's there. And it comes up right through these model boxes, up through, supports this kind of base, and then there's more rods coming up in that sort of general direction. And man, you guys, let's take a look at this chrome. I mean, you can see the reflections of all this stuff. You can see the little pilot down here. You can see reflections of the reflections. You can see the reflection of the new Sinanju deal. You can see the Zaku's head in reflection on the shoulder. I mean, how fucking cool is that, you guys? I mean, come on. And you can see, look at this. There's the Sinanju new Gundam, the red one, as we shall call it. And these are all hand painted, you guys. Keep that in mind. This is all hand painted. Win does not airbrush. He does not know how to airbrush. He hand paints everything. And it amazes me every single time I see one of his works that this is all, you know, just so well blended and gradual and smooth. It's just buttery smooth. There's your dead pilot. Rest in peace. Crazy. That's a great shot. Man, and he used so many great pieces from great models on this. I mean, he looks like, you know, this is a Sinanju chest. He looks like he used the new shoulders and head, the Freedom backpack, what is that? The sword, the swords from, what is it? Oh, God, I can't remember it. You guys will tell me. But the swords from that one modeled from Gundam Seed Destiny. The Destiny, I don't know, fuck it, anyway. And then, you know, these hips from, what is it, the 00 or Quanta or Exia or some, Impulse, thank you, RF, thank you, Andrew, too. Sword Impulse. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know it was the Sword Impulse. I couldn't remember the name off the top of my head. But man, oh man, it's just a great mix of parts into this wonderfully built model. Just insane. And you can see the light from the thrusters. All hand painted. All hand painted. Oh, is that Barbados? Okay. Fair enough. My bad. I am not up on my singular model parts. Obviously. But holy moly, you guys. Just every angle of this thing just screams, look at me. Crazy. We are Gundam. What a great sentiment. We're back to the beginning. What a great sentiment. So you guys, go follow Paint Pusher. Man, he's good. And definitely go follow, you know, Yusuke Sato on Twitch. And go follow James, TK Mech Works. They all deserve your recognition. They're amazing. They really are amazing. Yeah. Now, another one that I kind of want to recognize is the 4th place winner, Mr. Ryan Lau, from Canada. Holy moly. Like, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, that both surprised me and didn't surprise me. Because his Kshatriya, if you guys haven't followed me, his Kshatriya, or if you guys don't follow him, what am I saying? Wow. Just a really, really compelling piece. If you haven't seen it, it's this really wild Kshatriya scene, and the Kshatriya is basically skirting over the surface of, I guess, a colony or something. There are explosions going off around it and stuff. really, really nice, really, really tight, well-built model. Man, I didn't expect that to be so high up, again, because it was pretty much of a technical background. But I'm happy to see that it did. I really am. And I'm happy for Canada, because that took fourth. I think he was like only 15 points. 15 points out of first place. 15 points is nothing, you guys. When you're talking that high up. Now in the lower, when you get past, like, I guess 6, 7, 8, they do start to bunch up, because the skill levels are much tighter in that area. But at the top, usually the winner has won by a good amount of points. That's usually what we've seen since they've been releasing the scores. So to come in fourth, dude, congratulations, Ryan Lau. That is just incredible, dude. And I think, let's see, I think he's a Gundam enthusiast on, I think he was Gundam enthusiast on Instagram. Yeah, I think that's him. So go check him out on Instagram. Follow him. I did. I've been following him for a while. And, man, really, really nice. So, real quick, you guys. I was asked to... okay, so here, let's get caught up with Facebook. Facebook, I am so sorry, you guys. Oh, you guys just went crazy on Facebook. So, and it looks like Win is there. Win, brother, thank you for watching. Mikkel, Adam Ryan, what's going on, buddy? Ray Lou, Ricardo Bior, thank you guys for watching. George. Everybody. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm sorry I neglected to say hi to you guys. But, like I said, I was asked by a couple people about how the judging works. So let me show you. Let me show you real quick the score sheet from this year, and I'll try my best to break it down because it does. It's a little odd, you know. Let's see, where is the score sheet? Here we go. All right, I will. Oh, hang on. All right, let's go screen share. And let me change this up. There we go. Okay, so you guys, let's go full screen on this so you guys can kind of understand what we're looking at here. All right. So the totals come in with 3 categories. There's craftsmanship, there's painting, and then there's idea, right? So let me kind of break this down into what each one means. Craftsmanship is your build quality, right? It's how well it's built. You know, are there mistakes in your build? Are there surface imperfections? Things of that nature. Painting. That's, you know, the quality of your paintwork. Did you do anything special? Is it just base coated? Is it pre-shaded? Is it, you know, is it textured? Or did you do anything really super crazy with it, right? And then comes idea. And for me, Idea is kind of the gray area, which in model competitions I think is a bit it's a bit washy. You know, it's a bit wishy-washy. I'm of the opinion it should be more skills-based, but hey, it's their competition. We have to deal with it, right? So idea is based off of your creativity, what you did with your piece. The idea, is it original? Is it thought-provoking? All that stuff, right? So number one, obviously, Yusuke, his Gundam Exia. For craftsmanship, he got a solid 340, which was tied with James in second. I'd probably say that's to be expected. Yeah. And look at this, Ryan Lau, he got 340 as well. So his craftsmanship is right up where there with these guys. Really, really nice. Now, painting, Yusuke went 355. And it looks like Win got 340. He was second in painting. So that's to be expected as well. That's really good. And then look at that. Right behind him is James at 335, and then Ryan at 335 as well. So all of this, you know, obviously with the exception of Yusuke, very tight, you know, 5 points. And in the craftsmanship, Win, I think, was probably underscored by a good amount. Excuse me. But that's just my opinion. So right here, man, it's a tight race. Yusuke, obviously, 15 points above, you know, pretty much everybody else, 15 to 20 points. And then Idea, Yusuke got 350. And then 335, 340, Ryan's was 305. I think that's a little low, in my opinion, but that's okay. So Yusuke, pretty good on the craftsmanship, but he killed it in painting and Idea. So that's basically what got him to 1045. Now there were, if I remember correctly, there were 5 judges. So each judge is scoring each category. They start off with 100 points, and then they subtract points based off of what they think your piece is ranked at. So for instance, excuse me, or was there 4 judges? 300? No, there were 4 judges in this one. Sorry. There were 5 judges in 2016 when I went. Sorry. So there were 4 judges. So a total, the highest total you could get was 1,200, right? So 1045, very, very, very respectable. And most of these, you know, most of these top ones are right around the mid 900s, low to mid 900s. Again, super, super respectable. So since there are 4 judges, each judge gets 100 points to play with, and they, like I said, they subtract points for where they think you are based on that particular, you know, criteria. So you get 100 points for craftsmanship, you get 100 points for painting, 100 for idea, and they subtract from there. So based off of a possible 400 points in each category, Yusuke did pretty damn well. Pretty damn well. So he only missed, you know, perfection on the idea by 50 points. Not bad. Win right there with him at 340. So yeah, just crazy, crazy. So that's basically how the judging is. It's you know, for me, it's not IPMS, where they have very strict regimented criteria. You know, you know exactly how they're going to be judging. You know exactly what they're looking for, you know, and you know kind of just what to expect, really, right? SCGMC is kind of the same way. They use a rubric system similar in design to IPMS. So, you know, I think that's a good method. From what I understand, Orazaku, the wonderful competition over in Japan that we talked about probably a stream or two ago with that tricked out GM Sniper 2, that is also kind of on a rubric style of system. And, you know, you do know what to expect. So GBWC is definitely the odd man out when it comes to judging. So you take it good and bad, I guess, right? It is what it is. Now, a couple things that did surprise me. Let's see, right here, Hong Kong, Manson, Ing. I honestly thought he would have placed top 3. In my predictions several streams ago, I thought it was going to be Thailand Win taking first place, Hong Kong taking second, and James from the Philippines taking third. Those are my predictions. I got 2 out of 3 in wrong order, obviously, but man, I was very, very surprised by Manson tying for 6th. That was pretty shocking. Pretty shocking. And I know in the chat, the live chat, when we were watching the GBWC ceremony, a lot of people were kind of shocked as well. You know, you see, especially with the special categories, the special awards and things are usually, and I say this usually, not awarded to people that place. It's rarely that happens, right? So hey, whoever just subscribed or whatever, let's go back to it. HRO148, hey, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Anyway, back to full screen on this. Boop. So yeah. So Manson, you know, I think just from what I saw, I think it should have placed higher. I really do. Let's see, who else? Aaron Simons did really, really well from Australia. Came in, look at that, tied for 9th. Or no, placed 9th, sorry. Really, really well done. And the one that really surprised me, you guys, was right here, Singapore, Mr. David Liu. I thought his Azure Nightingale would have placed much, much higher. If you remember, David placed 4th last year with, what was it, the Cardinal. I forget the proper name. I know Cardinal was part of it. And it was this beautifully done Sazabi, Sinanju mix with the skirt details of a Neo Zeon, and he had a bunch of parts from Nightingale stuffed in there as well. Just a massively beautiful piece. So, you know, I was expecting him to be up there. And I thought for sure his Nightingale would you know, place much, much higher than 12th. So I'm a bit disappointed for David at that point. You know, based on a 12th place finish. I really do wish he would have placed a much higher. So too bad for that. But so yeah, so there we go, guys. GBWC 2018. Not a bad little competition, if I do say so myself. Let's go back to one camera here. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Let me bring proper windows back up here. Here we go. Excuse me. So, you guys, good stuff. Good stuff. Trying to read the chat here, trying to get caught up. Man, everybody's in the chat tonight, you guys. Good stuff. You know that's right. What's up, Ray? What's going on? So you guys, let's talk about something else here, shall we? Let's talk about what being a champion is about. I think that's fair, right? Yeah. Being a champion, when you win something, you take the good with the bad. Yeah? I don't often talk a lot about when I won back in 2016. I don't need to. Why bother? Right? But back then, just for context, you know, the winners, they get picked over, and they get scrutinized, and they get criticized. And you have to take that good with the bad. You have to represent your country with dignity and maturity and grace. And that's not what happened this year in the U.S. Now, you all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the dude's name. He doesn't need it. I mean, it's just not, it's not worth saying his name, is it? It's not. Simply because you might have won, but you're no champion. You're an embarrassment. And that's the truth of it. You embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed the U.S. You might have gone to Japan. You might have a trophy. That's all good, dude. But you're no champion. You're just a winner. And hell, you were given that with a nice bow on top. That was gifted to you. So enjoy that gift. Because that'll be the last time you ever see Japan. It will. Yeah. And, you know, back when we were friends, we used to talk on the phone for hours on end, talking about what we're going to do, this, that, and the third, and talking about this, talking about that. And you had once said to me, he said, Tim, seriously, brother, I appreciate your feedback. I love your feedback. He said, if you ever see me, just, you know, if you ever see me toned up, if you ever see me, I need to come down, tell me. Brother, from the last little piece of love that I have for you, you're acting like an asshole. You need to tone it down. We have our beef. That's fine. But I'm telling you, in the last, like I said, last little part of me that has any love for you, come down from that high horse that you're on and be humble. Act with humility. Act with dignity. Act with grace. 1 year ago today, and this is apropos, 1 year ago today, builders support builders was allowed out into the world. How fitting is that? How appropriate that we're talking about this on that day, right? 1 year. That's it. 1 year ago today. That's when Builders Support Builders was out, was let into the world, was birthed, if you will. And I helped him do it. I helped him do it. Because I was in his corner. You hear me, right? I was in your corner. I was on your team, dude. Through thick and thin. I would have moved heaven and earth for you. Because you were my friend. But you backstabbed me. And now we are in the place that we are. And if I was still your friend, I would have been screaming your name from the hilltops. I would have been supporting you. I would have been telling people all about you. And I would have told you. I would have prepared you. Act with grace. Act with dignity. Respect other people and their cultures. I would have prepared you. I would have helped you. But you fucked me over. And now you're in the place that you're at. You might have won, but you're no champion. And that's how it is. And you're never going to be a winner again. Yeah. So guys, that's all I got to say tonight. If you're out there, if you're listening to this or rewatching this, if you're sharing this, because please share it. Because I think people need to know. Act with dignity. Act with respect. Act with humility. Help people. Builders support builders, right? I thought so. I thought so. But I guess not. I guess not. Now, he's going to live stream about me. He's going to talk shit about me. He's going to call me racist. He's going to say I'm worthless. He's going to say all this, that, and the third. I fully expect it. I fully expect people to private message me on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever. I expect that. I totally expect that. It is what it is. Bring it. Because throughout my years in this hobby, I've weathered tougher storms than you. Yeah. C'est la vie, right? So. You guys. Never, ever let a bully go. Never, ever not say something. If you see something that isn't right, I implore you, say something. You may not necessarily have the platform or whatever. Say something. All right, boys. Have a wonderful evening. We're going to be back here on Wednesday and we're going to be building. All right? So, with that being said, go build something cool. Builders support builders. Good night.